Hi everyone, it's been a while since the last video and I wanted to go into some details about the 757 development and where we currently stand. For those that are not yet familiar with our 757 project, the project is aimed at realistic normal operations. No failure or abnormal operations will be modeled for this initial release. The initial release will be a passenger version that includes the 757-200 and 300 with winglets and non-winglets, along with both engine types. After release, we will work on a freighter model that will be a paid expansion that will also include some system enhancements. Those enhancements will also be included as a free update for the existing customers of the passenger version, even if they do not buy the freighter expansion. We will also release the 757 for Xbox, but that will come at some point after initial release. We don't know how long that will take. Our goal with this project is to continuously enhance the product after release for free. More on that a little later. Regarding the release date, the 757 will not be released in the third quarter of this year. We're working really hard to get this out by the end of the year, but we're not going to rush the release. I really want to emphasize this. If we have to push it back into 2024, then we will do so. With that said, let's get into some details of the product development. Keep in mind, everything here is still a work in progress. As you might have seen, the new VC is almost complete, but there are still lots of little fixes we are working on. The new cockpit consists of all new textures with over 70 texture sets compared to the previous version's 20. Some of the mesh has also been adjusted, such as the seats, the CRT displays, along with minor tweaks in other areas. The screenshots you saw from Just Flight during the expo were full 4K textures. The ones that I'm showing you here are a hybrid of 2K and 4K textures. Even at all 2K textures, the VC looks much better than the previous version. Several new animations were added as well, such as the seats and cockpit doors. Overall, there are over 1,200 animations in the cockpit. This includes, but not limited to, the instruments, buttons, knobs, switches, and doors. Not all of the switches will be functional on an initial release, just the ones that are needed for normal operations. That will change over time, however. From the exterior model standpoint, there are three major areas that remain before going into some of the smaller areas. Those areas, the major areas, are the main landing gear, the gear bays, and the passenger doors. These will receive the same attention that I gave to the wings. Personally, I've spent over 2,000 hours in the last 2 years on the external model to make it as accurate and detailed as possible. The exterior textures are coming along very nicely, as you can see from the full livery previews. No detail is being left out when it comes to the exterior textures. There is still work that is needed to be done on the fuselage before our texture artist moves on to the wings. The wings will be completely remapped and retextured to the same standard as the fuselage and engines. We will be eager to show some previews of the wings when the time comes. The Pratt & Whitney engines will get textured after the wings are complete, then it will be on to the main landing gear and gear bay areas. Flight dynamics have also been greatly improved over the last several months. We have been getting input from our two main 757 pilot advisors, Tony and Mitch, and in about a month or so, several more 757 pilots will be testing the flight model to provide feedback. There's still much work needed to be done in this area as well, but we are confident that the flight model will be solid. The sounds have been pushed back a bit. Originally, we were hoping for the end of this month, but it will probably be in the middle of July before the sound engineer will begin work. We're using Sim Acoustics, who's also behind some of Just Flight's other projects. We were able to provide dozens of sound recordings from both inside and outside of the 757 for Sim Acoustics to use. Once we have some samples in the simulator, I will be happy to share them with the public. Last but not least, the systems have come a long way, but this is one area we are not going to rush on. The flight management system still has areas that need to be completed and enhanced. During testing, we found some issues that will get resolved. The APU, pneumatic, and cabin altitude systems are also being tweaked. The electrical system will be completely reworked from the ground up. Other systems, such as the environmental and brake temperature systems, are on the to-do list to be completed before release. The hydraulic system is based mostly off of the default MSFS hydraulic system parameters. The APU is able to generate power for the electrical hydraulic pumps, and the engines power the engine-driven pumps, and you're able to control those through the buttons on the overhead. We will make improvements to the hydraulic systems with future releases, but for the time being, for normal operations, we deem this as good enough. The fuel system will also receive adjustments as well. There will be an electronic flight bag that is borrowed from Just Flight that will be adjusted to integrate with the 757. I will cover more on the systems later down the road when we are in beta stage. As you can see, lots of progress has been made, but we still have a lot ahead of us until completion. Rest assured, we are working very hard on this project every single day, including weekends. We do not rest. We started this project in June of 2021, and since then, several thousand combined hours have gone into it. I will keep everyone posted on our progress on all of our social media channels. Finally, to end this video, I want to give my thoughts on FS 2024 since it raised a lot of questions. We were as surprised as anyone else at the announcement of FS 2024. While I do think the MSFS team could have handled the initial announcement in a better way, I'm glad they came out with the FAQ to answer some concerns that the community was having. It was also reassuring to watch their presentation at the Expo. I'm excited for all of the planned features of FS 2024. I don't have any direct contact with the MSFS team. However, if someone from the team happens to watch this video, I hope that you fix the ATC and AI traffic issues. We need to have a good standalone ATC and AI engine in the sim. If FS 2024 is really focused on a career in aviation, then ATC is a core part of that. Regarding the 757 for FS 2024, we will certainly upgrade the 757 to take advantage of any new features. For now, our focus is to release the 757 for FS 2020. We do not intend to charge existing customers to upgrade to the FS 2024 version. The only exception being is if it requires a major rework of the package. Even then, we would provide a large discount for existing customers. However, I do not foresee that happening. We anticipate that only minor to medium level updates are needed, for which we will not charge for. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate all of the support. I also want to thank my dedicated team and Just Flight. It's been an incredible journey so far. I'll leave you all with some screenshots of the 757. Enjoy and see you next time. Thank you.